so much. Yeah, so for those of you who do not understand what that was about, so yeah, my birthday usually falls on the 2nd of January. So regularly I would pick someone who's got a special condition and then ask you to please donate for them, and we help them, with their medical bills. So last year we were able to help 2 people. One person who needed surgery for his leg after having an accident. The other person had been battling with infertility issues. So we raised money. We actually went through 2 IVF cycles, did all the work, we tried, actually. We spent all the money, so as it failed the first time and failed again the second time, I gave them room for a little while, and then I checked in with their doctor 2 weeks ago. So I was told that the man unfortunately has died. Yeah, so I've been shocked out. In fact, I've been unable to call the wife because I just couldn't reconcile that. Yeah. Talking about giving, by the way, before I go on to take a few more of your calls, as schools are resuming, I should have said this on the first part of the show, Papa. So there's an outreach I'm doing. So I know you're buying new school items for your kids as they're going back to school, but the old ones that we're using, please, I need them. Ejo. Some children need them, so I'll be taking them. I'll be taking those items to them. So if you have, they have to be neatly used. So we're talking shoes, bags, food flasks, water bottles, textbooks, if any, toys, and everything, anything givable. So we have addresses where you can drop off these items. Let me look for the flyer again. I put it up on Twitter. If you're on Twitter, you can check it out. I'll post it again in a bit. My goodness, I can't find this flyer. So I will look for the addresses, or I'll just put them on my social media pages, and you can please check them. Please give us those items. We're taking them to Abeson Primary School in Ipaja to give them to indigent children there who might need them. Emphasis on neatly used. Don't come and give me the crap in your house. So don't give me bedding. I'll now be looking for where to throw it. Neatly used canvas, shoes, bags, books, clothes, if any. But mostly we're focusing on back to school items. Water bottles, if they're neatly used and you're buying new ones, please give them to me. Don't throw them away. Some children need them to also go back to school next week. So we're taking them the upper weekend, the 9th or 10th of September. So I'll put up all the flyers on my social media pages so you can get the addresses. Let's get back to the conversation.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. This is Moses.
Welcome, Moses.
Yeah. Actually, to err is human. I don't know if you can hear me well.
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
Okay, to err is human simply means, first, if someone offends you, you see the person as just human like yourself, even though the person is not ready to accept that he has offended you. You see him as human as yourself, and you see him as imperfect as yourself, and you just forgive the person, knowing that it's not in your power to revenge whatever that person has done to you. And it means that you put God first. That is what meaning. That's the meaning when you say to hear is human, but to forgive is divine. It means you leave everything in the hands of God, knowing that it's only God that has the power to undo whatever has happened between you and that person. You understand? But whatever anybody does to you, you don't put it at heart. You don't think about it too much.
But do you think that actually happens? Like when people do stuff to you, you're able to just say, "Oh, they are only human," and I just let it go.
Wemimo, if I lie to you, God is my witness. I don't know. Sometimes even to me, it's my kind of person, because maybe that's the way I train myself. I hardly. You see, if you offend me now, I will be angry. You want me before you know the next minute. It won't even get to the next day. I've forgotten about it. No matter what you do to me.
So can we say that you are divine, because to forgive is divine?
It's not me that is divine, it's God that is divine.
But it was you they offended, not God.
It's me they offended, but it's not in my own power to take revenge or to say I want to do something back. But it's in my power to let go, knowing that God is the only one that knows why that person has done what he has done to me.
All right, fair enough. That's your interpretation. Hello, good afternoon. Hello. Okay, I can't hear you. When you're ready, please call back. Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Auntie Wemimo.
Yes, ma'am.
You will never know a better yesterday. Your life will only progress positively in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Thank you for all the wonderful things you're doing to the challenged people around you. God bless you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Now, on the interpretation, we are flesh and blood.
Mm-hmm.
That is why we're always prone to goofy, doing the wrong thing. But the breath in us is from the Almighty God. It's divine. We need to culture it so that we'll be able to forgive people as they offend us. It is challenging, but God has a way of helping us to get it done. My own interpretation.
All right, thank you very much. Now, some would interpret this to mean, okay, the reason I'm unable to forgive you is that it's actually left to God to forgive you. You might have heard people say that to forgive is divine. Don't beg me. Go and beg God. I would not forgive you, but maybe God will forgive you. So if we say that to forgive is divine, does it mean that we are divine when we are able to forgive, and that when we do not, we stop being divine? Is there a timeline to our divinity? Hello?
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma.
Yes, sir. Thank you for calling.
My name is Mr. Emmanuel.
It's good to have you here.
Calling from Ikoto.
Please go ahead. What's your interpretation of this language today?
My interpretation is we human beings were bound to offend one another, but it will only take the grace of God, the Spirit of God that is in you, so that you'll be able to forgive whoever has offended you.
So is it everybody that has the Spirit of God to forgive, or is it just for some people?
Everybody has Spirit of God inside him or her. It's our duty to develop it and allow the power of God, the will of God to prevail in us.
So how about those who don't believe in God? What do we do about them?
Those who don't believe in God, they still have the Spirit of God in them. Yes.
Okay, that's quite an interpretation. All right. Yeah. Well, that's quite. Everybody's got the Spirit of God. That means we're all divine. Put off your radio. Are you ready?
I'm out from there.
Are you ready?
Yes, this is Joy.
Your radio is on.
Oh, God. I left where I was. Should I go outside? Okay, let me just go outside. Sorry.
Oh, my word. I'm counting to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Is it better now?
Yes, it is. Welcome to the show.
Okay. Thank you for the topic. For me, how I can interpret is that to err is human. It's only human that can offend. If you're flesh and blood, you're bound to offend people. That is why they say to err is actually human to do that. Now, to forgive now is divine, meaning it takes, the Spirit of God in you for you to actually forgive. We human are prone to do wrong to people, to do bad. It's not for God to do bad to us. So now for us to actually forgive one another, it actually takes the Spirit of God. And it is left for you to activate that spirit, for you to be able to forgive that person. So if you're doing it humanly, for you to forgive, it's not possible. Humanly, you can't just say you want to forgive somebody or somebody else to you. But it takes, the Spirit of God in you for you to actually say you want to forgive. So that's my interpretation.
Thank you very much. So you okay? So everybody who's called seem to believe that it is God that helps you to forgive. That by yourself as a human being, you're unable to do that. Is that absolutely correct? That without the influence of God, human beings are unable to forgive? Hello, good afternoon. Sorry about that. Please try again. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name?
My name is James.
All right, James, go ahead. What's your interpretation?
Yeah, my interpretation is that as human beings, it's natural for us to offend. Very, very natural. And when it comes to forgive is divine, it means that forgiveness can only be obtained divinely. So we have to depend on the divine, which has to do with God, to help us to forgive whoever has offended us. Thank you.
Okay, so people who are, do you mean, so all of you are very good people and you always forgive people? Because apparently all of you have the Spirit of God in you. So the people who are unable to forgive, does it mean they don't have the Spirit of God? Does it mean they are not divine? People who forgive, are they elevated humans? They're above the normal, the heroic beings. They're better than the rest because they are able to forgive. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, Wemimo.
Yes, sir. Welcome. What's your name?
My name is Minister Wister, calling from Aja.
Good to have you here.
Yeah, thank you. So what I will contribute towards this conversation is that there are some offenses that it is not within our power to avoid as humans. So that is why it is said that to err is human and to forgive is divine. So there are some mistakes and offenses in which, had it been as in you yourself, you will not love to do this thing. But you just, sometimes you see it happening. You just see yourself doing it. Maybe there is a certain achievement that maybe the realm of the spirit, either God or the devil wants to achieve. So when you make this mistake now, you come, did I do that thing? And already you've done it. So when they say that to forgive is divine, it means you do not deserve forgiveness in this thing. But you just see someone with a godly mind divinely forgiving you. And if someone here that they are forgiving, say, Jesus, did you use jazz? Do you get my point?
I get you. So that means that forgiveness is a rarity. I mean, it's not commonplace unless you have the Spirit.
No. Forgiveness, honest forgiveness. I'm not talking about forgiveness that someone will say, I have forgiven you, and the person will still be mentioning. 10 years to come, the person will still be remembering. No, I'm talking about honest forgiveness. Let's say it's not a common thing. It's an uncommon, it's a rare thing. Understand? It takes the Spirit of God. And again, before I leave you, you said that you contributed on your birthday, people contributed to save someone's life, and unfortunately, the person has gone.
Yeah.
I will urge you next time not to maybe do again in the medical aspect. There are a lot of talented people out there that are looking for, sponsors to activate their or actualize their, talent or whatsoever. So I think you should look into that aspect as well. There are a lot of talented people that are frustrated because of no sponsor and all of that, but they have a lot of state of greatness inside of them that is wasted.
Okay, I'll look at that. Thank you very much. All right, so now the vibe I'm getting here is that to err is human. You're all saying that it's human for us to always, or once in a while, go out of line. Aren't we taking this as an excuse for sometimes our bad behavior? For instance, you might have heard or watched in movies a man who impregnates somebody outside of the marriage, and then comes back and says, "Oh, but to err is human. Be divine and forgive me." To err is human. I couldn't help myself, but because I cannot bear the consequence of my action, I impose it on you to be divine and forgive me. Hello? What do you think? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon, Wemimo.
Thank you for calling.
Yes, thank you too. My name is Odera.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so my understanding of this phrase is, yes, just like most people have said, to forgive, to err is human. Yes, as humans, we're natural. We don't have this supernatural ability over errors that we commit and all that. So you see humans committing errors, annoying people and committing whatever it is, annoying people and erring.
So you are saying that those things that people do, like the err, like someone, for instance, scammed you. You're saying that it's err to human. I mean, it's human to err. Someone scams you, are you going to forgive it and say, "Oh, to err is human"? People do not consciously do wrong things.
People consciously do wrong things. Yes, that's true. Sometimes too. Yes, they work with
Don't run away. So if someone scams you, for instance, would you be quick to dismiss them or forgive them divinely because you are divine, by saying, oh yeah, to err is human, they're only being human. It's up to me to elevate myself above the natural and become divine and divinely, genuinely forgive you. Hello, good afternoon. Hey, sorry about that. Please call again. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Thank you for calling.
Yes, my name is Victor.
Welcome, Victor. What's your interpretation?
Okay, as so many people have said, remember, in as much as some people intentionally err, and that does not mean that they cannot be forgiven. Now, another thing is this: forgiveness is not actually natural. It's not naturally physical. It is spiritual. And before you can be able to say, okay, let me forgive that person, within you as a human being, you should be able to say, okay, I want to let this thing go.
Yeah, but that's human now. That's a human that made that decision.
Yes, from human angle, you'll be saying from human angle, then it is not left for you to say, God, please, I want to let this thing go. It is not the Spirit of God who have seen the zeal in you that will let it go. Because for you to say, okay, I want to forgive, and whenever you see the person, you get angry. No. That is why it's divine. When you say that, the Spirit of God in you will help you overcome that.
So is it everybody that has the Spirit of God that helps them overcome this?
It's all like having Spirit of God is everybody has Spirit of God, but developing it and finding out that you have Spirit of God. Because let me tell you, there are spirits. There are negative spirits and positive spirits. The positive one is the Spirit of God, and the negative one is the devil. Devil that is roaming around. You understand? Devil can as well use, okay, this person has offended me, I will kill him. Before you know it, he will be looking for something to finish that person. You understand?
I understand. Thank you very much. So but pardon me, I mean, this is languages and interpretation, so we're prodding these thoughts. What I'm getting from you as feedback is that the decision or the ability of a person to do wrong or right is not up to him, but up to some external forces that make him do what he does. So when someone does something wrong, yeah, it's because they're human and there are, like the last caller said, bad spirits pushing you to do the wrong things. And if you then choose to forgive, there are good spirits pushing you to do the right things. I've given an example and you have not answered me. If someone scams you, are you going to divinely forgive them and say, oh yeah, to err because they've erred? To err is human. I'm divine. I have the Spirit of God, so I'll be an elevated being and I'll simply let it go and forgive you. Does it work like that? Let me go on a break. How about we do that? When I come back, I'll take your comment on WhatsApp. I can see your comment. 08095975805. The phone lines are on fire. By the way, I have posted the flyer for the back to school items. Please, I'm begging you, don't dispose of those items. Some people need them. Please drop them off this weekend because I need to go pick them up. Please drop them off this weekend. The addresses are on the flyers on my social media handles at Wemimo Sport. They're up there now. I'll be right back and going.
We report, you decide. Topical conversations that matter to you.
There are people for personal, religious, whatever reasons who do not want to take a vaccine. And I think they have the rights.
They cannot go to stop insecurity. It's to force people to take vaccine. Let them come and kill me. I can never take it.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
The upsets and drama continued in the quarterfinals.
This is truly the final before the final. It felt like I was listening to a final. Was it just me?
The underdogs knocked out the last of the top 4 seeds.
Deborah, this is not the end for you, like I said.
For some, it seemed inevitable.
You telling me that a celebrity can be a role model is you telling me?
For some, it went down to the wire.
For the first time in this tournament, we have a tie.
For others, it took slaying a giant.
Deborah was so good that the judges said no.
But the hardest part of being in the final 4 is the fight to be in the final. It's the I Beg to Differ semi-finals. Monday.
My name is Phoebe Achibudu.
One winner.
My name is Afalani Busari Manu.
One winner. Tuesday.
I am Musa Nicholas.
One winner.
My name is Stephanie Ahmed.
One winner, 1 million naira. Join me, Sandra Ezekwesili, my panel of judges, and the best student debaters in Lagos, Mondays to Thursdays at 4 p.m. on 99.3 Nigeria Info FM. This tournament is brought to you in partnership with Webster University Ghana, obiwizi.com, RLG Communications, Storm Body Spray, and Booker Hot.
Learning can be fun for kids, and they can do so even with African stories. Parents, do you know how? Auntie Noma has a way with Alphabet Adventure, and your kids will love it. Details shortly.
You don't start this your waka waka, abi?
Good evening, Uncle.
Pa, don't call me that. Huh? Which kind leg you want carry come so?
No vex. No be anyhow waka waka. Na the night show I dey go.
Eh? So me no reach to follow you go this night show? Well, wait oh, which kind show be that?
Na the night show. It dey happen for Wazobia TV and Wazobia Max TV with Nedu and Petite every Wednesday by 8 p.m.
I beg you, no carry this grammar, come give me. Today, now me and you go do this waka.
The Night Show, showing Wednesdays at 8 p.m. on Wazobia TV and Wazobia Max TV, UHF 57 Lagos, DSTV channel 259, GoTV 98, Star Times 195, and Free TV 744. Sponsored by Number.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
Okay, before we go out for the news, I'll take a few comments from WhatsApp. But let me run you by the addresses to drop those back to school items. Please don't forget. I'll be reminding you all the way till I leave here today. So we try to find addresses scattered around Lagos so that it could be convenient for you. So because we're going to Ikpaja, there's a place at Ikpaja, number 50, 2nd Avenue Road, Peace Estate, Ikpaja. Now, there's also Versus Haircut at Bariga. It's number 5, Abeokuta Street at Bariga. On the island, we have Aaron's Mall at Lekki 1. It's number 12, Olubumi Owa Street by Ebano Supermarket. So please find your way to those locations and drop off the items. Please don't forget. Don't throw them away. Someone needs them. One comment from WhatsApp, and then we go out for the news. To err is human means it is not... Okay, you mean it is not an intent to mean that we are infallible to error. It is to say, but to help us appreciate the uniqueness of ourselves and others, especially when it comes to perceptions about things. Now, it says to forgive is divine is also meant to say that no matter how much man may forgive you, the forgiveness is all up to the Creator to examine your offense in the light of his prerogative of mercy over all creatures. That one is very deep. It says it also means that man is capable of both good and evil. We can sometimes make mistakes. We are also able to elevate by making amends. Okay, I hear you. We're out for the news of the hour, the headlines. After that, I'll come back. The WhatsApp is just on fire. So I'll start from there. 08095 97 5805. Don't go away. Stay here.
Hello, my name is Abdul. My friends ask me how I stay updated with current happenings around me despite my busy work schedules. Oh, that's my secret. Everywhere I go,
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.